Hello and welcome everyone. This is Mr. Ahmed with you, and I'm going to teach you grammar in this course. This is the first lecture in a series of lectures about the topic of modals in English language. So, if you're ready, let's get started. Good. Let us first define modals. What do we mean by modals? ما المقصود بالمودلز أو فيما يقابلها باللغة العربية الأفعال الأوجهية. ما المقصود بالأفعال الأوجهية؟ Well, they are single words that always have the same form. هي عبارة عن كلمات مفردة دائما تمتلك نفس الشكل. So how many of models do we have? كم عددها هاي؟ There are mainly بصورة رئيسية هنالك 11 فعلا. They are can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, and must. Yeah, and by the way, just pay attention to a little pronunciation. What do we have? Pay attention to the word could. Okay, L is silent. Pay attention to the word might. GH is silent. Pay attention to the word would. L is silent. Should. L is silent. Good. So, each of the modal verbs is used with another verb to express ideas. كل واحد من هذه الأفعال ممكن أن يستخدم مع فعل آخر حتى يعبر عن ability, necessity, obligation, permission, etc. ممكن نستخدمه مع فعل آخر حتى نعبر عن القدرة والضرورة والإلزام والاستئذان والأماني, etc. There are, on the other hand, other words which are called semi-modal verbs. Okay, these are had better, ought to, used to, need and dare. الناحية الأخرى هنالك بعض الكلمات التي تسمى semi-modal verbs. Okay, شبه أفعال أوجهية الموجودة عندنا بالصورة had better, ought to, used to, need and dare. Now you may ask yourself the following question. ممكن تسأل نفسك السؤال التالي. Why do we call them semi-modals? Why they are semi? ليش نسميها شبه وليس modal verbs? Well, this is a good question. We call it as such because they can function as modal verbs as well as main verbs. Okay, بإمكان هذه الأفعال had better, ought to, used to, need and dare أن تكون وظيفتها بالجملة يا إما modal verbs في سياق كلام معين وممكن أن تكون أيضا أفعال رئيسية في سياق كلام آخر. Good. Next, what do we have? Sorry. Yeah, here we have a distinction between modal verbs and primary verbs. You see, both of them are called auxiliaries. اثنينهم نسميهم أفعال مساعدة. be, do and have نسميها احنا أفعال مساعدة أيضا. be, do and have. We took this in the first course. I remember. I hope you remember too. So what's the difference between these two groups of verbs? شنو الفرق بين modals and primary verbs? The difference is very easy. It's a piece of cake. We can use modal verbs as auxiliary verbs only. الأفعال الأوجهية نستخدمها كأفعال مساعدة فقط. On the other hand, من الناحية الأخرى, primary verbs be, do and have, okay, أفعال ابتدائية ال be وال do وال have, they can either be used as auxiliaries or as main. ممكن نستخدمها كأفعال مساعدة وممكن نستخدمها كأفعال رئيسية. By the way, بالمناسبة بإمكانك ترجع على المحاضرات موجود الشرح عليها بالتفصيل أنه البي من يكون فعل رئيسي والبي من يكون فعل مساعد ونفس الشيء بالنسبة لل verb to do and verb to have. Okay. Next, what do we have? Yeah. We have characteristics of modal verbs. Okay. خصائص الأفعال الأوجهية. These characteristics are very important. Okay. So, the first one is what? Modal verbs do not change their forms. الأفعال الأوجهية ما تغير شكلها. Okay, do you remember when we said that modal verbs are single words which have the same form عند نفس الشكل. لا تتأثر بالفاعل المفرد أو الجمع. okay she will arrive, he will arrive, they will arrive. okay you do not put s، مو تخلي s على will باعتبار أنه شاذ. okay الأفعال الأوجهية ينطبق عليها قاعدة الاس الشخص الثالث. and we will see that later. The second one is that, yeah, you see, modal verbs have no s form. الأفعال الأوجهية ما بيها اس الشخص الثالث. okay إذا كان الفاعل مفرد he و she و it. if you remember the present simple ضارع البسيط. so we say he should get some rest, not he shoulds. we add s to the modal verb. okay modal verbs do not accept third person singular s. okay ما تقبل. she can play the piano, she cans. you cannot say she cans play the piano. okay keep this in your mind. and also applies to the word wills, woulds, etc. okay مو فقط should و can، بقية الأفعال كلها. next what do we have? yeah the third characteristic، خاصية الثالثة، أنه modals do not have a present participle form. okay modals you cannot add ing، ما تخلي لا ing. you cannot say coulding, shalling, okay musting, etc. For what do we have? modal verbs do not have past participle form. okay المودال verbs ما بيها تصريف ثالث. بالأحرى ما تقبل قاعدة أنه تضيف لها مثلا الكان تتبع نفس قاعدة الإيدي، إيدي 1 إيدي 2. okay ما مقبول. راح تحاملها معاملة الirregular الشاذة. راح تشوف أنه الكان الماضي ماله could. okay shall, should, will, would. ما تقبل قاعدة الإيدي، ما تنطبق على الأفعال الأوجهية، خليها ببالك. 5 we do not use verb to do as an operator with modals. yes so if you want to negate، إذا أردت تنفي فعل من هاي الأفعال الأوجهية مو تجيب verb to do كفعل مساعد حتى تنفي. okay لأن هو أصلا الفعل هاي الأفعال الأوجهية أصلا أفعال مساعدة. okay so if you say will it work، you do not say do will it work. okay I couldn't swim very fast، you do not say I didn't could. okay for example if you have this sentence I can sing beautifully and you want to negate it written فيها، so you say what? I can't. you do not say I don't can. right? next number 6 what do we have? yeah modal verbs are followed by the infinitive. yes this is very very important. this is a very common mistake. so many students do this. he can drive a tractor, she must go now. you do not put to after modal verbs. الأفعال الأوجهية ما تقبل بعد to infinitive، يجي بعدها فقط المجرد من أي إضافة. okay you cannot say she must to go, he can to drive. okay this is unacceptable. keep this in your mind. however there are exceptions، لكن مع ذلك هنالك استثناءات. we have ought to, used to. okay ought to, used to. ought to, used to التو أصلية بالفعل نفسها. okay so you ought to be able to read the road sign from here. we used to cross that river by ferry. good. next modal verbs cannot be used with another modal verb. good. you cannot have two modal verbs in one sentence one after another directly. ما بإمكانك أنه عندك فعلين من هاي الأفعال الأوجهية مع بعضهم البعض بنفس الجملة. I mean متتابعين يعني we must get it done today not we can must get it done. okay you see you cannot say can must. لاحظ فعلين واحد برا آخر ما يجوز هذا الشيء. they could dance beautifully not she could will dance beautifully. okay you can give an example. I can watch TV. okay you cannot say I can will watch TV. right you can either say I can watch TV or I will watch TV. but right now I want you to listen to me, okay? Watch TV later, maybe tonight. Yeah. 8. Modal verbs cannot be used on their own in a sentence. They must be followed by other verbs. Yes, that's a good point. أفعال أوجهية ما ممكن تأتي وحدها بالجملة. They have to be followed by another verb. لازم يكون بعد فعل آخر. Okay? For example, the repair would take 1 hour. Not the repair would 1 hour. You see the first one? Would take. Would هو المودal verb. بعده شنو؟ other verb اللي هو take. Nice. Then what do we have? Yes, 9 and 10. 9, in yes no question, modal verbs appear before the subject. Yes. Good. الأفعال اللي يحتاج جوابها yes no question من تجي تحول for example I will help you تجي تحوله إلى سؤال شو راح تعمل؟ راح تجيب فقط will قبل الفاعل. Will you help me take out the garbage? No, I won't. Should I lend him the money? هي أصليتها شنو؟ I should lend him the money. اوكي هاي الجملة الأصلية اللي هي الديكلاراتيف. انت راح تحولها إلى yes no question. شو راح تعمل؟ راح تخلي فقط المودال verb قبل الفاعل. Should I lend him the money? No, you shouldn't. هاي الإجابة عليها باختصار. You can say for example yes I will, yes you should. Okay مو إلا نفي يعني. Finally, we have WH questions. Begin with yes. عندك مجموعة الأسئلة الاستفهامية اللي تبدأ ب W. What, where, when, whom, which, whose, etc. All these WH questions words can be placed before. You see, before قبل المودal verbs to form WH questions حتى نشكل الأفعال الجمل التي تبدأ ب WH question. So, what can you do to help us? You see, what can you see WH question وين صارت بالبداية بعدها شنو المودal. What can you do to help us? When may I get the refund? Okay, when may I? You see, when the WH question is followed by what? The modal verb. Yeah. So that is the end of the lesson today. Thank you for listening and see you next time.